5ASIDE here, live with beIN Sports USA at the Al Madina, Al Barid, and the Agdal Madina Stadium. 3 names for the same stadium, but 3 goals for Congo and a 3-0 win over Botswana as they advance to the round of 16. Sebastian, how are you feeling? You got the whole jersey on and everything. I know you recently bought it. Fimbu! Fimbu! They did it. They did it. They did it.
I'm not gonna shout.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's incredible. It's been really, really cool to see Congo today. The other day I said Senegal might have the best fans in the tournament. I got to be right over there with the Congolese fans today.
Yeah.
And I guess I got to be closer, but man,
Yeah,
that was
man.
incredible.
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
incredible.
yeah.
But let's speak about the game first.
Absolutely.
How did you see it? How did you live it?
I mean, at the end of the day, they knew they had to win if they wanted a chance at getting first place because they were already likely through the 4 points, and they came to play. 2 goals in the first half, completely dominated. I believe 14 shots in the first half.
Crazy.
Of course, with those 2 goals, just business. Absolute business, and they also did it without Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Tuanzebe, who did not start as well. So I thought they were exceptional. They got what they needed to do, and if that 4th goal had counted, they would have been in first place and would have avoided Algeria in the next round. Senegal, obviously, we're about to get to them in a minute, who were able to do their thing, which is why they topped the group. But you got to give big credit for the performance today, and big credit for how they performed in this group. Only thing that stopped them from winning a group with Senegal, probably the most talented team in the tournament, was goal difference. So congrats to Congo.
Congrats to Congo.
Yeah.
Like you said, though, they almost had a chance to go first in this group.
And the late chance at the end, too. Number 10.
That missed chance
Right
now
there.
has them playing who, Gabe? Algeria.
Algeria. And I was with an Algerian journalist actually during the first half doing a little interview with him. They're feeling good about that team. That team is playing super, super well. So good luck to Congo on that. But, I mean, they obviously have a chance. Of course, but who won the group, we have to give credit to the Teranga Lions. They did win the group through the goal difference. 3-0 victory over Benin. What do you think about it, man? A red card, though, for Koulibaly.
Red card, that's rare. It's rare that Kalidou, it's very rare.
Center back.
Yeah.
The
So I've
spine
watched
of your defense.
I've watched Kalidou play his entire career.
Yeah.
Very rare that he loses his head like that. Very, very rare that he makes mistakes that allow him to get sent off. So it's something that you don't often get to see in football. It's a center back of that level of experience, that level of quality, get sent off in a game. But thankfully for him and thankfully for Senegal, they still advance. They still go through in first place, and it allows them to go and play Benin.
Who do they play next round?
Do we know who they play next round?
We don't know yet. Okay, right. But avoiding Algeria is major. Because if you're Senegal, obviously, once again, the most talented team probably in the tournament for individual talent, you want to find your footing before running into a team that is maximizing their talent. When I was talking with the Algerian journalist, that's what I was really saying. All of your players are exactly where they need to be. Your main guy, Mahrez, has 3 goals. He's the captain. The wingers are beating the defender. The passing, the movement, the timing. That team is ready to go. So big job on Senegal being able to avoid Algeria in the next round. Not that they would have been scared of it, but the fact that to go and win this tournament, they're going to need to find their form a bit more.
However, if I'm correct, Cameroon could finish second in the group, which mathematically could put them facing Senegal. So we might be.
So his people, if you don't know, I know he's wearing a Congo jersey. He is a Cameroonian. We will be at Agadir tomorrow for that match.
We might be in store for a Cameroon-Senegal match in the round of 16.
That's tough for you guys.
It's tough for us, but I think
played Ivory Coast too.
Listen. We are the Indomitable Lions.
Indomitable. Here we go.
They're
with
just
that
the
word
Lions
again.
of Toronto.
Here we go with that word.
So I think we have that one.
Yeah. Well, staying in West Africa, we have Nigeria, the only team to finish with 9 points in the group stage. Seb's arch nemesis continues to prove him wrong. I'm gonna let you lead off with it. First off, of course, Rafael Onyedika with a brace, while resting some of their guys like Lookman, who's been exceptional. I feel like at one point, you got to give the Niger men their credit.
Yeah, no, I think we're at that point.
Yeah, come on, bro. You have to.
I think so. They advanced first. They go through. Wasn't super convincing at the start, but they had to get through some tough teams, and they did. They managed to get through a Tanzania team in a match that was a little topsy-turvy. They did beat Tunisia in what was probably one of the matches of the tournament so far. And so now that Nigeria's through, I think we can finally maybe ease up and say, hey, I think this is the squad that's finally figured it out. I've been saying, and I don't think I was off to say that they needed to prove something and needed to gel a little bit. And now they have.
For sure. And what's interesting about it is they have something to prove, but they proved it. But at the same time, now that everything's going well, this is also where everything can crash and burn.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit of my fear with Nigeria because they're putting so much weight on AFCON because there is no World Cup, and I don't mean that to reinforce the pressure on the players or anything. So you can't be mad at the 9 points, but it's just like kind of regrouping. You know, they say the memory of an elephant. Get that out of your head. Round of 16, all business. Because now you know, if you draw, it's going to extra time. You go to penalties, all these sort of things. At that point, Nigeria, so very good on them, but it's time to hit another level. It's time to hit another level. Another team advancing.
What a story.
Tanzania.
What a story. What a story.
Which I think you might have predicted. In third place with a mere 2 points.
I told you.
They lost the game and drew 2 and are somehow advancing to the knockout stage. There are actually 2 other teams. Excuse me, 2 other teams with 2 points, but they are winning on goal difference. Because as a reminder, the 4 best third-place teams in this tournament advance to the round of 16, the knockout stages. So they make it through. Major congrats to them, to their fan base and everybody. It's a special moment, their first time advancing this far.
I think, like I said in the tournament, I've always had a soft spot for these East African teams. Tanzania, for those of you guys who don't know, one of the few countries in the world to have those colors on their flag. So what they do and what they represent is unique by all standards. It's a unique country, a unique place, and I'm super, super happy for the Tanzanians, for all the people in my life who love that team, because they as a country absolutely deserve it, and I can't wait to see what they do.
Yeah, big shout out to them. But of course, in that group, we have to talk about Tunisia, who did finish second, so they are also advancing to the next round after a 1-1 draw. They're in a good moment of Tunisian football.
Yes.
We talked about how they made it to the World Cup, exceptional qualifying stage. They got, you could say, a tough group. Obviously, they didn't top Nigeria, but they did knock their way through in second, not in third, so they have to be feeling relatively solid about how they're doing right now. You know, congrats to them. Another North African team doing well in North Africa, because everyone in North Africa is advancing.
Can I be honest with you?
Go ahead.
I had higher expectations for Tunisia.
I mean, what more did you want? Oh, you think they should have won today, for instance?
They should have won today, and I think I think Tunisia is a better side on paper in terms of the ability for them to gel compared to Nigeria. I do think so.
To gel. Not talent. Okay.
Because the way that they were able to make that World Cup qualification,
really
I had very high hopes for Tunisia.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit disappointed, but they've advanced. They will move through, and so we'll see. We'll see.
100%. Well, I'm a Real Madrid fan.
Oh my goodness.
I'm always going to find a way to talk about Real Madrid.
Oh my goodness.
A la Madrid, ya tú sabes, 15 Champions League.
Enough.
The best midfielder in the world, in my opinion, Jude Bellingham, reacted to one of the other best players in the world, Brahim Diaz, his teammate, with just another exceptional performance for Morocco. Now 3 goals in 3 games. Number 10, who's been 10 out of 10, and maybe the favorite for the Golden Ball. Once again, it's just great to see all the people supporting their teammates from afar or coming to the tournament and everything. And yeah, I mean, Jude's giving praise because I think Brahim Diaz deserves it, man.
I think so.
A lot of words for him.
I think it's really cool. I think it's really cool to see this this global international support. One thing I'm curious about is what happens when Brahim gets back, because that boy has been playing amazing. I mean, Brahim has been playing. Brahim is likely player of the tournament right now, in contention with a couple others, but he's definitely up there. And so what does that look like when the player of the tournament, the best player in Africa, returns back to Madrid?
I think he definitely can't start on the right wing, to be honest. Because Rodrigo has not been at his best. Mastantuono has not been at his best. He has a chance to start. Depends if they line up with a 4-4-2. But Brahim's going to get more minutes. Even if he becomes that spark plug off the bench to start and then become a starter after that, he's definitely going to get more time. I think Xabi is kind of socially aware as a young coach to know we can't just throw him on the bench. And knowing how talented he already is, the type of confidence he's walking back onto the training ground with, it's going to be a different Brahim Diaz. It's going to be Brahim Edit. That's how he's going to go to this coach, honestly. Oh, man. But we do have to go back to talking about the game. We are currently at, of course, in the Al Madina or Al Barid or Agdal Madina Stadium.
Whatever you like.
You have the Congo jersey on, and you witnessed a statue of a person. Lots of historical representation about it. Also did a video with him, so if you want to go and speak to that.
Let me explain. So for viewers watching in the United States, if you've ever watched a Congo match, you will perhaps, if you squint, if you look carefully enough, in the stands, you will see a man standing perfectly still. Absolutely perfectly still for 90 minutes with his hand up just like that.
But much better.
What he is doing is he is paying an homage to Patrice Lumumba, who was the Prime Minister of Congo. He was a leader in the fight for freedom and for rebellion and independence for that country. And so what he's doing is essentially respecting and paying an homage to a great man, a great man of Congolese history, but also embodying the spirit of Congolese football. Its focus, its intensity, its aggression, and at the same time, it's movement, it's joy, and it's chaos.
And it's control.
So it's those things at the same time. Because when you look at him, you can't also not miss the people behind him. So as he stands perfectly still, you also see all this movement, all this craziness behind him. And that is Congolese football. That is the beauty of Congolese football, but also the beauty of African football. That is, it's these cultural moments, these things that you cannot find anywhere else, is what we get to see here. And so, firstly, just as a human being, I am super, super proud and super, super just in awe of this this way
It's
that culture is
incredible.
expressed.
And what's so amazing about it is every time Congo's playing, you're now able to deep dive into arguably the most important person in that nation's history.
Exactly.
Because you see someone standing like a statue, then you can look up, wait, who's the statue of? Patrice Lumumba, then you look into his movement. And that is such a powerful educational tool, because if I'm going to be honest, I did not learn about this in school.
Yep.
And I went in New York and in the U.S., you know what I'm saying, which is one of the better educational states. So the amount that you can genuinely learn from just watching the sport is incredible.
It's incredible.
And AFCON is going to do this more than any other competition. So that's some of the specialness about it. Once again, exclusively on beIN Sports USA. So yeah, just incredible, and be sure to tap in with the rest of these games. But speaking of the rest of these games, we are almost into the knockout stage. Tomorrow is the last group stage matches, and then after that, it's business time starting on January 3rd. Business for sure. First up, we have Mali versus Tunisia or Morocco.
Mali versus Tunisia or Mali versus Morocco. That's kind of how it's going to shape up. That is a very, very interesting group. It's two North African powerhouses. Obviously, Morocco the hosts against Mali.
Mali is playing Tunisia.
Gotcha.
Mali is playing Tunisia, excuse us, and Morocco will be playing Tanzania. So Mali-Tunisia is an interesting defensive matchup there then.
I think, like, as much as we've said that Mali has kind of been a defensive powerhouse in this tournament.
You think they can take over in that type of match?
I do. I mean, like I said before, I was a little bit disappointed in Tunisia. I think that Mali, with the confidence that they're going into this game, in comparison to the lack of confidence that I believe Tunisia is going into this game with, I think that'll edge. I think that's a big moment for Yves Bissouma to take over in the midfield. We talk about how he can unlock between the defense and the attack. That's the type of person I want to see be able to dictate the tempo of play. Morocco versus Tanzania. It's been a great story, but I'm sorry, 2 points to qualify through versus a team that has 2 bicycle kicks in 3 matches. Morocco should comfortably win, and if they're going to win this tournament at home, they should do another 3-0. They should walk the floor with them. Honestly, that's how I feel about Morocco. We'll see if we can see the next matchups as well. We have Egypt versus Benin. Now, that is an interesting matchup. What are your thoughts on that? No, I think Egypt will do that quite nicely.
Yeah?
I think Egypt is
They're not scoring a lot of goals.
They're not, but I don't have any worries about Egypt going through against Benin.
No,
I really don't.
I agree. I think it'll be a little narrow, maybe another 2-1, but I think Salah Marmoush can get back on the score sheet once again. And for the next one, Moose, we have Algeria versus DR Congo, which we have talked about.
What a game!
What
a game!
As of now,
oh my goodness!
As of now, matchup of the round of 16.
But not just from the field, the fans as well. What a game!
The Algeria fans, we went to their first game in Rabat versus Sudan. Exceptional. And you would have seen it on the live stream as well when I had a flag wrapped around me to start it.
The Algerians have been absolutely crazy. The Congolese have been absolutely crazy. That is an incredible battle.
Another
Algeria, Congo.
That's the one.
We're spoiled. We're very lucky.
We'll have to see from tomorrow's group stage matches what other round of 16 games we have. As of the confirmed ones, that's going to be the most exciting one.
Wow.
I know you have this on. There's probably a few Congolese around me. I'm going with Algeria.
No.
I'm going with Algeria.
Really?
I'm going with Algeria.
Okay.
For me, they've been they're the team currently maximizing their talent the best, and are also one of the top 5 or 6 most talented. So they have the matching point right now.
I think, personally,
but Congo certainly.
I think it's
I don't
going to
even
be
know
Congo.
Who's the favorite. Yeah.
I actually don't know.
And
maybe
this
Algeria,
might be
just
a
based on the
shootout.
amount of fans.
This might be a shootout. I don't know.
Yeah. This either turns into a match that we get gridlock and it goes to pens and we can see our first pens, which is going to be insanity with the fans, or we get an incredible 3-4, 4-5 or something like that, and the match is just incredible. But either way, I think also, unfortunately for the Congolese, I think the Algerian home support
Africa,
in terms of how near they are and how many Algerians have been in Morocco for this tournament.
Yes.
I think I'll have to go with Algeria.
Morocco versus Tanzania. The winner is certainly Morocco. Yeah. Certainly Morocco. Producer in the back. We already have that answer.
They have to.
Egypt, Benin, I'm going with Egypt.
I agree. Yep.
And then once again, Mali, Tunisia. Yeah, we didn't predict that one.
Tunisia.
I'm going with North African bias. I think 4 can go to the last 8.
Yeah, I think Mali
Which is crazy statistically to have 4 in the last 8, but I think it can happen.
Mali has been incredible. Mali has been incredible defensively, but I do think that this North African weight behind what is happening.
The fans it's just easier for them to get here, honestly.
It's similar as to, when a South American team is playing the World Cup in South America, there's already a little bit of an advantage as a North African nation playing in Morocco. I think you get to edge it out. You're just lucky. You're here.
And last AFCON with the West Africans, obviously with Ivory Coast, with Nigeria being in the final, I think we're going to get a similar vibe as this tournament continues, but for North Africa this time around.
I absolutely agree.
For sure. Well, it's been an amazing day. It's another late What time we at? Almost 11 p.m. Who knows when we'll get to bed?
Military time is cool.
Listen, it is, right?
I don't really-
22:52. We do need to
military
go to
time.
sleep because we have to get up very early to go to Agadir to
Agadir.
watch
It's like
Cameroon.
6 hours away?
Yes, Cameroon.
6 hours to
His
Agadir
country
tomorrow.
playing tomorrow, the last day of group stage matches, which of course you can catch exclusively on beIN Sports USA, followed by the round of 16 starting on January 3rd. Very, very exciting AFCON, the biggest AFCON of all time. We will, of course, be live streaming after every match day, 5ASIDE on beIN Sports USA on YouTube.
Bye, guys.
Have a good one,
Thank
y'all.
you.
Peace.